Hello there, YouTube. This is the Rogue Gem player here, and coming at you with a Mermail Atlantean deck profile. Yes, Abyss, right? The new Abyss set released, and I took the plunge and picked up the deck. Oddly enough, it didn't really cost all that much. I am missing a card in the extra deck. You'll probably figure out exactly which card it is, but pretty much everything has come in, and I have the deck in front of me, so I thought I'd profile it for you guys. I will try to make a combo tutorial involving some of the card choices that I made, and I'll explain how I go through this as we go through the profile, so let's get right into it. This is a 40 card version of the deck with a 15 card extra. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the main play enabler, and that is Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince. You are required to play 3 of this, the maximum number of this card. Now, I'm not playing 1 for 1. I'm not playing anything else that gets into this card, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that if it doesn't work with the rest of the deck, I don't want it in here. Okay, this is your 1 card play. This is how the deck basically functions. You normal summon this, you send an Atlantean, and you go off from there. Now, the standard play will result in double negates and things like that, but keep in mind that you can summon this from the deck off of Shadow Squad and things like that, so keep that in mind as well. We are then playing 3 copies of Teus. You need to play 3 copies of it because it does search out your other key pieces in the combo. It also allows you to make rank 7s. It's also an extender that you can summon. It triggers all your water effects. You know, you've got to play this. And then we're playing 2 copies of Abyss Megalo. Abyss Megalo is in here because it's a good beat stick. This kind of helps fix situations where you don't really get to go off, but you have a lot of water monsters in hand that you can really send. Not to mention that it can just win games by itself. So, and it's not like you can't add the equip spell if you don't want to. So, we are then playing 3 copies of Abyss Pike as our one of our level 4 targets. Pike is really good, searching out the level 3s that you need, triggering your Atlanteans, you know, Dragoons, AI. You know, it just is a good. It's part of the sequencing of the deck, and it's just overall it's a good, you know, 1600 attacks. You can throw monsters on board and it'd just be fine. So now going into kind of like the mixed stuff, we're going to go into 3 copies of Atlantean Dragoons. So Dragoons used to be a mandatory, you had to play this card in every combo, but now it's not like the first thing you send, but it's like the second or third thing. But you do trigger it multiple times thanks to things like Bahamut Shark and things like that. So keep that in mind, that it is still viable, you know, to search into all your things. You do resolve it multiple times. We're then now playing 3 copies of Mermail Shadow Squad, which is also an Atlantean on board. The ability to just summon any Mermail or Atlantean monster from your deck, aka you can summon Neptibus off of this, means that you never need your normal summon if you have this in hand or in deck. So this is, you know, it's neat to have. Not to mention that level modulating helps get the rank 7 stuff. We're then playing 3 copies of the Atlantean Spirits Abyss Shrine. You'll probably notice the reason why I'm playing 3 of this is you want to resolve it, and then its ability to take a level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua, and add it to your hand or summon it is neat. But also, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card, discard a card, and you're drawing 1 card. And what makes this important is it does trigger the Atlantean effects. So when you play things like heavy infantry and things like that, you can still get pops and other disruptions and things like that. So, and it's just the ability to just get free advantage for no reason. Now, unlike other Atlantean decks, other Mermail decks, I am playing 2 copies of the heavy infantry. The ability to just pop a card for basically no reason and do it multiple times is neat. But having that extra copy allows you to kind of give you multiple searches, because it's not once per turn to blow up anything. Not to mention in the random case you do, you know, draw it, you can, you know, summon it. You can use it as link material and things like that as well if you really needed to. And then for the one of Mermail stuff, we're playing one copy of Abyss Gun, and then I am playing Abyss Osea. I like the ability to just summon multiple monsters off of it, just, you know, to get things on the board. Not to mention, it just kind of opens up different things. So it's also another level 3 you can just kind of summon, so why not? And then the one copy of Mulan Glacia, this is now pretty much a mandatory card. You have to play this. The combo will take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, or it will force them to address this. So, and then the last like water-related support cards are 3 copies of Deep Sea Minstrel. So the idea of playing multiples of this card is not necessarily ripping a card out of your opponent's hand, but the ability to get information. So what this ends up doing for you is being able to get information. You take a hand trap out of their hand, yes, but the ability to get information so you can tutor the rest of your combo around what they have. Now, if they have the Mulcharmies and things like that, then you kind of have to go with what you've got. So, and then we're playing one copy of Armored Shark. This is for the combo with the Armor Fortress, so keep that in mind. It allows you to finish up with that second Toad if you need it. And then for the non-engine stuff, we're playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring and 3 copies of Nibiru. I'm actually testing Nibiru in this deck because there are just certain decks in my metagame just kind of die to this card. But then things like the Mirror Match, where they're summoning multiple Toads, they can just get rid of this, and you pretty much can't do anything about it. So that's also relevant. And then the only spell we're playing is Abyss Sting. I like this card. Just it allows you to play a lot of one-ofs in your extra deck. Just being able to recycle just those, it opens up more space for more important items, so that kind of also helps. We are then playing 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence and the 1 copy of the Virtue Stream, because we are playing the Virtue Dragon. So that's a 40 card. That's the main deck. It's 40 cards. I am probably gonna try a 50 card version of the deck, playing other things, just because the deck is really consistent, because there's like a bazillion different ways to get to the same card. So for the extra deck, we're going to start with the Exceed Monster, playing 1 Poseidon Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord, and then I am playing proxying 1 copy of Abyss Gaios. At the time of recording, the Ultras are like 40 apiece, dude. I am not comfortable picking that up just yet, because it already cost me about 35 to 40 just to pick up the core that was already available, and those probably have gone up since then. So keep that in mind. But this is supposed to be Abyss Gaios. We're also when the new rank 7 comes out later on, I think in Supreme Darkness, that's also a one of you're supposed to be playing. So keep that in mind. These are oppressive. For the remaining Exceed monsters, we're playing 2 copies of Bahamut Shark and 2 copies of Totally Awesome. You pretty much are going to resolve this. Now, I wish there was a way that you can cut the Bahamut Shark, one of these, so you can play more stuff. Maybe playing more Abyss Stings would help, but the fact that you go through both of these and summon 2 Toads for basically free with just 1 card just gives you a lot of things. So we're then playing the 1 copy of Armored Fortress for the Armored Shark combo, 1 copy of the Virtue Dragon to search out Virtue Stream, which is their Icarus attack. The 1 copy of Abyss Dweller. This is so you don't play Abyss Dweller going first blind. You don't actually do that. You actually use this with the Armored Shark. If you do need to use it, then you send a Bahamut Shark instead. So there's always other targets. So keep that in mind when in certain matchups. For the Link monsters, we're playing 1 copy of Coraline and Enemy. You have to play this card because it is part of the combo. You could play 2 of it, but because you're playing the equip spell, you can recycle it, so you don't actually need to play more than 1, because you only have to resolve it once. Abyss Lacia is part of your end board that allows you to play the heavy infantry multiple times for multiple pops, because you use this and then you use the Abyss Shrine to give you more stuff. 1 copy of Neptibus, the Mermail King, and then the 1 copy of Atlantis as part of your kind of like high link stuff. So you're going to summon the Mermail King every game. Atlantis is in here because a lot of the cards in this deck lock you into waters. Coraline Enemy locks you into waters. Shadow Squad locks you into waters. The basic combo water locks you. So by summoning this against your opponent, what you're actually doing is, because the restriction is on you and Atlantis is making you resummon those monsters, if it's not the mirror match, you nuke your opponent's board basically for free. So that's pretty cool. And then, you know, until we get like a really good Link 4 that we can really summon, like you could probably play Bubble Reef if you really wanted to. 1 copy of Trishula and the 1 copy of the Ice Jade Grimmer Agreen. Trishula can be used in the combo with Minstrel, and then Agreen, Minstrel, any of the level 7s get you into it, and it's just an impressive card that you can end with if you choose to use it. So, but that's the deck. It's pretty cool. I like that they recently have turned basically the 2 really meta relevant, because Fire King was relevant, Mermail Atlantean was relevant a long time ago. They've made them relevant again. It's kind of one of those, it breathes life into engines that quite frankly need more. Now we do get another main deck monster that kind of helps with this. We also get another Exceed monster, and then who knows, we might get more stuff down the line, so keep that in mind. So comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.